Use your big knife. It's right back.
Grab your practice knives.
Practice knives.
Good, everyone's got their practice knives. Awesome. We are starting with our knife defense today. So, everyone that has done this with me before, today's going to be kind of a review of all the strikes and some of the blocks and kind of the basics of knife defense, okay? So that's everything that we're doing today with what we're doing. So we're going to be going over all the basics. We're just waiting to see if more people are going to get on, all right? So we're waiting to see if more people are getting on. Like that. All right. Grab your practice knife, Evelyn. You need your practice knife. Maybe it looks something like this. Yes. Hopefully mine's easy to see because it's super shiny. So that way it makes it easy for everyone to see. I hope. Wow. Hold on. My camera is a little crooked. There we go. Maybe. There we go. All right. So we are going to go ahead and get started with our knife defense. So again, remember, whenever we are using these guys right here, no matter what they look like, these are still not to be played as toys, all right? So we're not throwing them up, flipping them around, having all this craziness fun, because you might hurt yourself. And if this was a real knife, you would cut yourself. So when we're not using our knives, put them in your belt, just like so. All right, there you go. So keep them where you cannot hurt yourself. All right, so that is the most important part of this because I don't want anyone getting hurt. So with knife defense, first thing, well, second thing, because the first thing is these need to be treated like real. All right, so second thing is our puppet strings, right? Some of you guys remember these. Your puppet strings are right in here. These guys right in here. All right, everywhere on the inside. So if I close my hand, everywhere on the inside in here is your puppet strings on both sides, right? If those puppet strings get cut, you cannot close your hand, and you need to be able to close your hand with knife defense. All right. So with anything we are doing, your puppet strings are the most important part. So any block, anything we do blocking wise, you're going to use the back of your hand just like this, all right? This is more able to be cut. It's not as important as what is in here, all right? So we need to be able to close our hand. So every block we do, we're using the back of our hand, all right? Next thing is our footwork. Remember, with our knife defense, the footwork is exactly the same as what it was with our sticks. All right, so we got that V on the floor where we go right, left, right, left. That's the same footwork we're using for knife defense as well. All right, so let's go ahead and I want you guys to do that footwork for just a little bit, okay? So do your footwork right, left. We're in that V. We're in that V. Good. Keep that V. You're going back and forth. Always come back to the middle of your V before you step out. Good. Good. Make sure you're not going straight sideways, because a V doesn't go straight sideways. A V goes like this, right? So this is the middle. We go right and we go left. Up that V. Alright, so we go up and up. Alright, so if I turn around, it's 1, 2, 1, 2. And I'm just going back and forth. Just like so, okay? Right and left. Good, and time. So, we're going to go over the first 5 strikes for knife defense. Now, you might be thinking, Mr. Morris, this is knife defense, not knife training. Well, in order to know how to defend against different techniques and different things like that, you have to know the strikes for yourself so you know where they might come from, okay? That way, you are more prepared to be able to defend against those strikes. All right, so make sure it's in your right hand. Remember, if I turn around, the right hand is on this side. This is not your right hand. This is your left hand. But if I'm facing the camera, this is my right hand, right? This is my right hand. Not yours, mine. All right, so number 1, the first strike. A lot of you guys know this one already. It goes from your shoulder to your hip. I go in a straight line, just like so. All right. I go one more time. I go straight line, straight across my body. Now, we're not going this way. You're not trying to cut yourself. It's not inward, and it's not little itty bitty. Make your arm a little bent, but not straight. We're not going ho ho. Okay, a little bent, so it's smooth. All right. So if I turn around, I step into that side, and I strike from shoulder to hip, just like so. Alright, this is the number 1 strike. Good, just like so. Keep going, keep going. Haley, that's a number 2, ma'am. Thank you. Remember, 1 is open, 2 is closed. Open, close. Hey, Tim, you need your practice knife, sir. Good, good, good. And time. Next thing, before we get to number 2, when you grab your knife, I don't want you to grab it straight up and down, right? Like this. My level 3 people, do you guys remember when we did our bowkins, how we held our bowkin? That's what we're doing. It's at an angle, and our pointer finger is kind of out a little bit, okay? So what we're doing, when we grab it, if we grab it straight on, just like this, you're going to find that it's hard to get it comfortable in your hand, right? It's hard to get it nice and comfortable no matter what kind of knife I'm using. It just doesn't feel right, all right? So what I want you to do is instead of having it straight across all 4 fingers, because what you're actually doing here is these 3 fingers back here, so your middle, your ring, and your pinky, these 3 are not even grabbing it that tightly, right? They're just kind of grabbing it and holding onto it, which makes it weaker, so it won't be a good grip, okay? So what I want you to do is angle it down to where the back of your knife is at an angle in your hand. It's going right along your thumb here. Do you guys see that? It's going right along my thumb. From there, I close 3, get it those 3 nice and comfortable, close my thumb, and then this last finger, it doesn't matter as much. I don't need to focus on that one. I can just close it and let it rest. Now, you have a stronger grip because you're using 3 fingers, not just 1, okay? So that'll give you a better grip for your knife. If you have a knife like mine, you can put your thumb on the back for extra support. And if you have one of these knives, just keep it. You could do that too. See, however you guys want to do it. Or you could just grab it and hold it. All right, so that is the correct way to grab your knife. So from there, let's go ahead and do number 2. So the way I'm putting it, 1 is open because my body is open. All right, so 1, I go from top to down. That is, 1 is an open strike. 2 is a closed strike. What that means is, look, my body is closed up. You can't see it. It's closed, right? So 2 is the exact opposite of 1. I go from shoulder to hip this way. Now again, make sure it's in your right hand, not your left hand. Right hand, not left. Right, not left. Make sure it's your right, not my right. All right, so if I'm a mirror right now, this is a mirror, so it's in this hand, 1 down, 2 down, 2 closed, 1 open, 1, 2. All right, so if we're doing the footwork with it, I start with my right leg. I go 1, back, 2, back, 1, back, 2, back, 1, 2, 1, 2. And we're just going to keep going. I want you to keep doing that for me. So remember, 1 is with your right foot. 2 is with your left foot. Good. Good, and make sure you're doing your V, not stepping side to side. Make sure it's the V, so I should be stepping forward. I should be stepping forward on that 1 and forward on your 2. Not side to side, but forward. Because we're trying, it's attacking someone. All right, and time. All right, now, Number 3 is an open strike again. Open. So we see our body first. We're going straight across the belly button. All right. So we go from right to left, just like so. So if I turn around, open, right to left. That's what it is. We're going across your stomach. And same thing. We step with our right foot. All right. So I step out. 3, 3. 3, just like so. Good. Now, your other hand, where should it be? Should it be down here? No. Put it in the middle of your body. Not like quite by your face. Put it in the middle of your body. That's where I usually keep it. That way it's in the middle of my body and I can use it when I need it, okay? So, put your other hand, the hand that's not holding your knife, put it in the middle of your body, just like so. All right, kind of like where your gi, see it like mine, it makes that V. That's where I kind of keep my hand. Good. All right, so next one, number 4. 4 is exactly opposite of 3. Close, so I start from left to right. So it's 3 and 4. All right, so 4, step out with my left foot, bring it back. Left foot, bring it back, just like so. All right, so now we got 3 and 4. 3 and 4. You're just going across the belly. All right. I'm going to turn around so you guys can see my strikes. Now remember, we're not going fast. Haley, hand up, ma'am. Hand in the middle. Don't let it fall. Good. Slow is smooth. That's all we want. We want this to be smooth. Good. All right, and last one is number 5. Number 5, you take your right foot, you go straight in. All right, straight towards the belly button, right here. This is number 5. 5. Good. So if I turn around, I'm facing this way. 5. 5. So we're just poking someone in the belly button. There you go. All right, and those are the 5 strikes. So let's go over them together, all 5 of them. So we start with number 1. Make sure it's in your right hand. Your knife should be in your right hand, not your left. Left hand should be in the middle of your body, just like so. Good. I'm facing you guys. Remember, everything I do is backwards. So if I say right, you step out with your right, not your left. All right, ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like so. So, one more time. We go 1, down, 2, down, 3 across, 4 across, and 5 straight in. Good. So, if you guys watch me, what we're doing, the reason why we go smooth is so it looks nice, and why we go slow is so we can get it correct 100% of the time. All right. So again, if I go fast, well, I just totally forgot my footwork. I'm not doing it right now, right? So we say slow but smooth because if I go slow, I can make sure I'm doing all 5 100% correct. Okay. So those are the 5 strengths. Let's go through them one more time. Ready? In your right hand. Ready? And 1, 2. Hand should be in the middle. 3, 4, and 5. Haley, where's your hand at, man? There we go. All right. So next, I want you guys to put your knife in your belt because we're not going to use them for the blocks. Next up, we have our blocks. Now, the blocks, there are 2 different styles that you guys can do with all of the blocks. There's a hard style and a soft style. All right? There's a hard style and a soft style. Now, we're going to go over a couple of them for the first strike. So, number 1, we're going to start with a soft one. Remember, when we block, we use the back of our hand, not the front of our hand. Okay? So, you're going to turn your hand in. What you're doing, you take your right leg, you step forward on that V, turn sideways, put your hand out just like this, and you're going to make a circle backwards. Now, make sure I was turning to my left. You need to be turning to your left, right? So if I turn backwards, I step out with my right leg, I should be facing this way and going down and around. So that is the very first one, all right? So I use my right hand. I step out with my right foot. I turn, and blocking here. Block with my back of my hand. I'm going to scoot back and pass, just like so. So again, I step out and I pass. Step out, pass, just like so. All right, do that a couple of times. Do that a couple of times. Awesome. Practice that, practice that. Around and down. Here, down. Here, down. So that's number 1. All right. I want you to practice that a little bit. So remember, you're not going like this. This is not what you're doing. Stop that. Reset yourself. Reset yourself back to here. Step out, block, and bring it down. It's not just a little lazy, wishy-washy thing. You're bringing it from up here, block, and pass. Someone is trying to attack you with that number 1. Someone's coming at you like this, right? So you need to get out there, block, and pass. All right? So again, block, and pass. Block, and pass. Block, and pass. Just like that. She's doing great. All right, and now it's the same for number 2, but you're going to use your other hand now. All right, so now I use my left hand for number 2. All right, so I step out with my left foot, I block, and I pass. I block, pass. Block, pass. Block, pass. Now, when you do your passes, watch me. We're not stepping forward on those. I step forward on the block. All right? So if I turn sideways so you guys can see my belly. I step out. I block with my step out. But when I pass, I scoop my body out of the way. Because, again, someone has a knife. If I don't step back and I just go like this, look at this. Look how close my hand is to my body. Someone's knife's going to get me, right? And I don't want that. So when we pass, we got to scoot our body out of the way. Scoot your butt back, basically. You're going to push your butt back. All right, so that's 2. Block and pass. All right, so I want you to practice 1 and 2, one after the other. So watch. I go step out. 1, pass. 2, pass. 1, pass. 2, pass. Just like this. This is all we're sitting here and doing, okay? Just like so. We're just going back and forth. Block, pass, block, pass, block, pass, block, pass. Good. Again, don't be lazy about it. Look what you're doing. Focus on how your body is going. Because these things can keep you alive. That's the whole point of knife defense. You're defending against something that can hurt you. Okay? So we want to be serious about this. We want to make sure we're doing the right stuff. Okay? So don't be all lazy about it. Block and pass. Block and pass. Alright, and time. The next ones, these are going to be the hard style for 1 and 2. The hard style. Now, you guys know what a pseudo is, where we bring it up here and we block here. Well, the pseudo, that same movement of this hand here, right? That hand is basically what we're doing. Because a pseudo block is basically if someone's trying to attack me with a haymaker. Someone's going at me and they're like, "Whoa!" and they're trying to get me. I can block it. Now, it's the same thing for a knife. Alright, someone's trying to attack me. Well, I can use both hands. What I'm doing is I step through, and I bring both hands, and I check. Now, this movement here, watch. That right there does not feel good. Okay, so what you're doing is you bring it in, and you check. I'm blocking, just like this. Okay, that's all it is. Block. So I step in with my right foot, both hands, block. 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 Now, look up here real quick so you guys know where these are attacking. So, in your arms, you see right here, in the middle of my arm right here, you guys see this? Right in here is a whole bunch of weird feeling nerves where if you press on them, you feel like tingling, right? That's what nerves do. They make your arm tingle, right? So in there, right in there, is where one of your hands chops. The other hand comes right here in the middle of their arm, right here. Mr. Churchwell, can I use your arm? Just your arm. Hold on, he's going to put his arm on here so you guys can see it. Ready? Let's see how expertly we can do this. So, yeah. So, when I block, if he's holding a knife, that I'm blocking here and here. Alright? Alright. Here and here. So, when I do it, if he attacks, I'm blocking one here, one here. Again, those nerves right in there, if you saw his arm, how he recoiled, it's because those nerves don't feel good when they get hit hard. Okay? And thank you, sir. And that is exactly what that is talking about. Alright? So, I want you to go back and forth, same thing we just did, because it's the same on both sides. You're just going back and forth with both hands. So, I put them up by my face or in the middle of my body, like that first hand right here. Now both hands, because we don't have a knife. Alright? So, watch. I go 1, check, 2, check. 1, 2, 1, 2, just like so. I want you guys to practice that for me. Practice that. Go ahead and go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep going, just like so. Good. Keep going, keep going. I'm coming so I can see you. Now again, make sure you're going from here to here. Because that movement right there, you're hitting them with the kind of like ridge of your hand here. And it does not feel good. That's why we're trying to do that. Nice and powerful for me. Hit them. You're trying to keep someone from attacking you with a knife. Good. And time. All right. We're going to kind of skip 3 and 4 today. We're skipping those two. All right. We'll do those next week or when we get to them, okay? Now, the next one is number 5. Number 5 is important. They're trying to come at you in the middle, right? They're trying to get you. Ooh. Well, I don't want to go like this. Because if I go like this, well then that's no good. I'm gonna still I'm still gonna get caught. Okay? So what that means is if I go like this, and try to stop someone here, well they're going in a straight line, right? That straight line is going right in between my hands, and it's just gonna keep going and get me. Okay? So never ever ever do an X block to block number 5. We're gonna do a mixture of 1 and 2 for the soft styles. What you're doing is you left leg, you step out, and you take your right hand and pass to the side. So if I go backwards, I take my right hand, step out with my left leg, step, pass. You want to get your body out of the way. They're trying to get you. If you're not going to be fast, well, then they're going to get your belly. And we don't want that. So you start with your right hand, pass. Get your body out of the way. Body out of the way. Good. So right hand, step, pass. Step, pass. Step, pass. Step, pass. Just keep passing. All the way over. Pass. 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 Just like so. Alright? So that's all we're doing for now. I want you to step with your left foot. Use your right hand and pass the knife away from you. You want to get that knife as far away from you as you can. Good. So again, open the back of your hand because this is the block. Use the back of our hand. You step out and pass. Step out and pass. Just like so. Good. Good, good, good. Keep going. Pass. Good. He is doing great. We're almost out of time though. Sad day. And time. Alright. So, I got a few announcements before we are out of here. So, first announcement. We have our Google Classroom still. We're actually going to be having a website soon that has everything on it for you guys. So it'll be our actual website that you guys can go onto. It'll have all the homework. It'll have all your like videos of us performing forms and combinations, front, back, move by move. It'll have all of the word of the month. Everything is on there. Okay, so you guys can go onto that website and see it. There should be an email coming out today about it. The website is watch.westminstermhk.com. One more time, that's watch.westminstermhk.com. So you guys can join us there, and you guys can watch all those videos and see everything that we have on there to offer for you guys, okay? Super cool. It's really awesome. It's like a student portal. If you're at school, you know what those are, student portals. Next one, we still have our Google Classroom if you guys are going to be out there with all the homework, so you guys can keep earning stripes. Everything is on there, okay? Next one, if you are double testing next cycle, so if you are like, I'm not going to test this time and did not send a video to Mrs. Ogle, well, if you're double testing next time, you need to know last cycle's stuff and this cycle's stuff. So for level 1, that is Wan Yo in American Karate 5 through 8. For level 2, that's that's Horong in American Taekwondo 5 through 8. And for level 3, that is Poen and American Kickboxing 10 through 13. All right, that's last cycles, and you have to know this cycle of stuff we're learning now. So if you're double testing, you have to know all of that, okay? If you're not, don't listen. That's okay. You guys are good. Next little bit of information. If you are in level 1 or 2, we're going to be doing commas next month. So not this month, but next month, the second half of the cycle. We're going to be learning comma 1 and comma 2. So if you do not have commas, you need to order some. All right? And if you are in level 3, you're going to need your bow stabs. We're going to be doing bow 3 next month, so you guys need those. Lastly, we're having private lessons again, 2:30 to 4 p.m. every day, Monday through Friday. If you need help, if you're like, oh man, I don't know if I can do this, or any like craziness that's happening, you need to take advantage of those and sign up so we can help you. That's why they're there. All right, if we don't see people doing them, well, we're just going to take them away because obviously no one needs extra help, okay? So if you need extra help at all, let us know. sign up on Sign Up Genius for the private lessons, and you guys are there, okay? So tomorrow and Thursday, we are going over our leadership bookwork stuff. So we're doing 17, 21, and the incredibly effective teaching techniques, right? Those are the 3 different books we're going over for level 1, 2, and 3. We're doing those tomorrow and Thursday, okay? So make sure you guys sign on for whatever day you're going to be there. That way you guys can take advantage of your leadership curriculum. Make sure you have a pen. I'll update the papers on Google Classroom so you guys can print those off and use those if you want to. Or you can just write them in a notebook and copy them over later. Other than that, that's everything. Thank you guys so much for joining me for leadership. Have a good afternoon. If you have any questions, now's the time to ask. Steven's got some questions.